Okay, The Price of Fame is a 2017 documentary done predominantly by the DiBiases, so Ted Dibiase and Ted Dibiase Jr. This focuses a little bit on what it was like when Ted Dibiase Sr. was in the wrestling game. The first half an hour focuses predominantly on wrestling. The next hour focuses on Ted becoming a Christian, how it impacted Ted DiBiase Jr., Ted DiBiase Jr. talking about how that change really affected them. Lots of interviews with Shawn Michaels. So if you want to watch this to hear a lot more about Ted DiBiase and what it is he did during his heydays, you're going to be disappointed. A lot of this is, like you saw, it's the price of fame. It's him talking about how he had all of this money, he had all of this fame, he had a beautiful wife at home, he had kids, and he pretty much threw it all away for drugs, alcohol, and women. And how his wife, being a staunch Christian, a lot of times when they show her, and Ted Jr., so you're talking to her, she has the Bible in front of her, so she's consulting the scriptures daily. And how her faith actually helped her effectively forgive Ted. And the nice thing is it shows them as more real life Christians, where they're kind of like, yeah, I'm flawed. I've made mistakes. I make mistakes every single day. But I try to not make them. I try to become better. I try to be a better person today than I was yesterday, with the hope that tomorrow I'll be better than I am today. So it's that constantly ongoing process. And they do interview other wrestlers too, and it's weird when you hear, X-Pac, Sean Waltman, talk about how he's turned his life around, and it's because he got to use, because Ted was there. And Ted talks about the pastor who, over the course of several years, was able to eventually turn him from a life of sin and actually make him a better father, make him a better husband. And that was interesting, because it's very odd that, being someone who's both a Christian and wrestling fan, to see a wrestling documentary that focuses heavily on the Christian aspect of a wrestler. So if you want to watch one that's primarily a documentary about that time, no. This is a small portion of that, but the majority of it is what his fame actually cost him, and the steps he went through to try to get it all back. As well as a lot with Ted DiBiase Jr., which, ironically, I still think he could have made a really good name for himself as a professional wrestler. Just tell that he wasn't into it as much as you need to be successful in the business.